Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Outside the Box. And this is one of my favorite things to do on camera. We are introducing a new team member today. I, of course, am with Robin Riddle. And this, I laugh because I have my tongue has been tied all day. This is Robin Riddle.
Hello.
Can you pronounce your name for me?
Riddle. Robin Riddle.
Robin Riddle. Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm glad to be here. We're going to just talk a little bit about you today. This is
Awesome.
Your fourth day?
Yes.
Fourth day on the job?
Here. Yeah.
How is it?
It's awesome.
Be completely honest.
Everybody's awesome. It's an awesome place to work. Everybody's super energetic, good feel and vibe to everything. So it's been so much fun.
How's Andy?
Andy is amazing.
Let's be real.
He's so much fun. It doesn't matter what kind of day we're having. It's a fun day because of Andy.
Andy makes days fun, and Robin, I hear the same thing about you.
Well,
You're making this whole thing fun. So tell me, how did you get into integrative medicine? What's your story?
So my background, so I was labor and delivery nurse for about 10 years, delivered babies, decided to go back to school. The traditional medical approach to things just didn't fit for me. So going through school, you learn the traditional way to do things. Never really liked it. So came out of school with my FNP, got into a practice that was doing hormone replacement therapy and functional medicine. And that was like my aha moment. Like, this is amazing. This is what really helps people. This is how you make people feel better. So started down that journey about 4.5 years ago and never looked back. I love it.
What do you mean by that? Because you're not the first provider to say that, in the sense it was like an aha. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm really helping people.
Exactly.
Like, walk me through that. What does that mean to you?
So, when you're in school, you're doing clinicals and everything. And I worked in an office that saw some pretty sick people. And you have people coming in on 25 different pills and a pill to fix the side effects of that pill. And that just always drove me nuts. And I always thought there's got to be something better for people out there where they can feel good, not be on 100 different medicines for the rest of their life, not be suffering from all the side effects, and really rejuvenate their life, get back and just feel awesome. And that's what this type of medicine does for people.
Yeah, I love that about integrative medicine as well. I think Dr. Rogers has said that, he's never been thanked for putting somebody on a statin or something like that. So this stuff really matters, and it seems like you have a passion for it. I know you're not only a provider, but you're also a patient, in the sense that you actually treat yourself in this sort of way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is how I live my life now. You come down with a cold. It's not like, what medicine can I go grab? It's like, let me up my vitamins. I got to get to feeling better again. The stuff that really works. And so I can speak on it because I've done a lot of it. I've been through a lot of it. But it's amazing in this kind of medicine when people come back and they're like, thank you. Like, you have changed my life. You've saved my marriage. I feel like a real person again. I'm not like in the bed sleeping all day. I've got energy again. All the things. And when they tell you I've been through 5 different doctors and the doctors tell me everything's normal or they couldn't figure out what's wrong with me, that's the patients that I love. Like, I want to dig, I want to find it out, and I want to make you feel better again.
That's super cool. And that's got to be so fulfilling. Now, I want to get personal because when we first met, you mentioned to me that you're big into weightlifting. So tell me about this story. How'd you get into weightlifting?
So honestly, I was always active, always liked working out, but my husband was a bodybuilder.
Okay.
And so when he and I started dating, he really started pushing the weightlifting with me. And I like going to the gym with him because he likes to absolutely kill me. I hurt for days afterwards, but it's a good hurt. But it just makes you feel so good. And you can also kind of eat whatever you want whenever you weightlift, when you work out. So I can get away with the cheat meal because I know I'm going to burn it off. So that's a fun bonus too.
And I love your honesty there. Even the people that work at performance medicine don't necessarily follow the low carb all the time.
No, not all the time.
Any sort of diet that you're on? Like, anything you recommend? Or not recommend, but what are you on yourself?
Personally, I tend to do a little bit of higher protein, moderate carb, just because I do burn it off a lot. So if I go low carb, my blood sugar bottoms out really fast.
Interesting.
So I tend to keep it kind of moderate for my carbs, and I eat a lot. Like I'm one of those all day that's like, I need another snack. Like, let's go. I need more food.
You're a grazer.
I am.
Now, what's your thoughts on intermittent fasting? Intermittent
Or
fasting.
Besides, the weight loss benefits and everything, it is amazing for your gut. I'm really big on gut health. Andy and I have been talking about this all day long. Like every single patient, we're like, it's your gut. We need to fix your gut. Because everything comes from your gut. If your gut is a mess, your body is a mess.
Yeah.
So intermittent fasting is also great for your gut. It's not working all the time. You give it a break. Plus, if you're eating at 11 o'clock at night, you're storing that and it's just bad. So anyways, lots of great benefits to it.
Now, I'm going to get local with you. We're in our Knoxville office right now. This is where she will be practicing. Mm-hmm. Give me some local favorites. What's your go-tos for eating out? Where do you work out? What's your stuff?
So I work out at Armor Gym.
Okay.
Love it. I say it's kind of a meathead gym. It's a smaller gym. Lots of big weightlifters in there, but it's for everybody. The first time I walked in, I literally was like, I can't work out here. There's too many big people here.
You didn't get like the Planet Fitness vibe.
Jumped up. Yeah. No, I've done Planet Fitness too. Not just I like the energy of where I work out. Tons of women there, everybody at all different parts of their life. You've got young, you've got older. It's just a really awesome energy there.
Shout out to Armor Gym.
Armor Gym. Yes. You walk in and you are pumped up and ready to go. Okay. Eating out, I don't eat out a ton.
Really? That's such a bummer.
Yeah. I'm a good cook. And so if I could make it better than they can, then I just want to make it.
I hate you and I love you at the same time.
But if I am going to go out, I love burgers, abridged, ABC.
Abridged. Please.
Amazing.
If you have not been to Abridged, it's
amazing.
It is so good.
Yes.
I'm all about Abridged. It's in Bearden.
Just down the road from there, Tander Indian. If you like Indian food, they're amazing too.
They're amazing. Yeah. Okay, and can we make this healthy?
I'm gluten-free. Okay. I tend to be pretty much dairy-free, low sugar, and I can eat these places. So yeah, you can do it.
Now, I'm totally shifting gears and I'm all over the place because this is selfish, guys. We have ties up to the Tri-Cities. We have connections here. And of course, Performance Medicine, its first office was in Kingsport. Yeah. Tell us about your Kingsport or Johnson City ties.
Johnson City. So born and raised East Tennessee.
Are you a Hilltopper?
So I went to Science Hill until 9th grade.
Okay.
Then I homeschooled after that.
Super cool.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was awesome. So I grew up in a small church and the pastor had 5 kids who were all homeschooled and they were my youth group. That was my friend group. They were homeschooled. And so then a lot of the friends that I made were homeschooled. So that was just a better environment for me.
Totally.
Plus I was tired of being in school and wanted to do it faster. So I combined some years, shoved it all in there real quick and got done. Hindsight, probably not the best decision. 16 years old going into college is a little culture shock. Oh
my gosh. Yeah. How was that?
That was fun. Yeah.
Did you go to ETSU?
I did.
Okay. At 16?
At 16.
Oh man, that would have been...
First semester was a rude awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had never had to really study before that. Like things just came easy. So when I get in like chemistry and prob stats was really tough for me. Math is not my strong suit. It was rough.
You know, I went to college early as well, but I was 17, almost 18.
Okay.
Felt super young. And what I didn't realize was there's no like homework assignments. They just kind of expect you to be ready for the test.
Just do it. You just got it.
So you're thinking you're doing great. And then all of a sudden you in my case, get like a D on a test. Yeah. It was a terrible first semester.
Yeah. Our first anatomy and physiology test. Now, granted, we had a really tough A&P teacher, but he literally set the whole class down and he was like, I could take this test to the preschoolers down in the daycare and they would do better than you guys did. I'm like, okay.
That's tough love. That is.
I did better after that.
But that's
I got an A. I got an A in the class.
That's right. It fired you up.
It did. Because a preschooler could do better than me by guessing on it. So it makes you feel smart.
And it got you to where you are today.
It did, yes.
So tell me, did you always want to get into nursing? Has that always been a thing for you?
Yes. Well, I mean, you know, when you're younger, you go through the other things. I want to be a marine biologist so I could play with the dolphins. I wanted to be a chef because I like to cook until I figured out that they don't have a fun job at all. So then came nursing. And it was always the puzzle. Even the first semester of nursing school, they're like, why nursing? I'm like, because I want to fix people.
Okay.
Like, I like the puzzle of it. And I like to help people. That's just my personality. So, yeah.
So you're super young, starting college. So relatively young when you knew you wanted to get into this.
Yes.
Super cool.
Yeah, people would look at me and be like, you're not old enough to be my nurse. Like, but I have the degree. I'm good.
Well,
no, it was awesome.
One thing we do is with all of the providers that we're bringing onto the team, they hang out up in the Tri-Cities and do training with Dr. Rogers and Andy. And how was that? How was that being back home? Like, was that like a cool experience?
Awesome. Yeah. Shout out to my parents. They love having me at home. Yeah. So I got to go stay up with my parents for a couple of nights. Back in JC, I don't go as often as I should into actual Johnson City because my parents live in Bluff City now. So it's weird driving around and seeing all the changes.
Well, first of all, if your parents are watching this, we will do something about that. We'll make her
they will
visits
love you for that.
more frequent.
Yes.
I'll be like, Robin, you got to get up to Johnson City.
Yeah,
ASAP.
yeah. But no, it's cool. Like the Johnson City office, like I grew up driving down that street every week to head to church.
Did you really?
Grandparents, yeah.
Were you in the tree streets?
I lived in the tree streets when I was in college. Unique Avenue Baptist Church, which is like just a couple blocks, or used to be a couple blocks down from the office. My grandparents used to live on Unique Avenue, so
super
small
cool
stomping grounds. It's cool to be back and see how things have changed.
Now we're going to fast forward here.
Okay.
What are some things you're interested in now within the integrative medicine kind of ecosystem? Anything you're excited about? Anything that really geeks you out?
A lot of it. I'm one of those that knows like a little bit about a lot of things. And so then I like to dive deeper when I have patients that have them. Gut health is a huge thing for me. Like I said, everything comes from the gut.
It's all about the gut.
It is. It is. And it's very easily ignored. People will come in and be like, oh yeah, I've had those symptoms for 15 years. My doctor just said that's normal. It's not. So I like to fix that because you can stabilize a lot of things just by fixing the gut. The adrenals, the thyroid, all kinds of stuff comes from the gut. I'm also a big fan of fixing adrenals. I really like treating thyroid. I feel like thyroid's not treated appropriately in a lot of people.
It's wild how many people have thyroid issues.
Yes.
And they kind of just assume that that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
And you can fix it.
Yeah.
I mean, so, some people have to be on medicine for the rest of their life, optimizing the medication, getting rid of their symptoms. But also some people, you've got an autoimmune component that can go into it. So if you can really address the inflammation and the autoimmunity, you can really get that thyroid under better control. A lot of primary doctors just don't want to talk about it. I don't know. But I really love digging into that. So yeah, gut health, hormones, of course, hormones make everybody feel better. Got to get those hormones regulated.
I want to ask you because I keep getting this question about hormones because whenever somebody asks what we do, it immediately goes to, integrated medicine. We do things like bioidentical hormone replacement. And the question is like why does it matter? Like, why does my T level matter and stuff? And it's just a weird, it's because I'm so in it.
Yeah.
It's like an interesting question. Like, do you get that often?
I do. There's a really negative stigma around hormones for some people, and it's based on really old, outdated, inaccurate research. But that's the research that some doctors are still spewing to their patients. So I hate that. And I really do everything I can to take that stigma away from it. When you're 18, 20 years old, you feel awesome. You're not having all kinds of health issues. Your heart's strong. Your bones are strong. You've got energy. All the things. When you're 50, your T level's not that anymore. And so that's where a lot of health complications can start to come up. And so your testosterone, it's cardioprotective. It helps protect your bone health. And you just feel good.
Yeah.
You feel good.
You feel like yourself.
You feel like yourself again. So it's all about knowing what medications to use. We're using bioidentical, using to safe doses. I always tell people, I am not here to get you jacked up and on a bodybuilding stage. I am here to make you feel good for life. So I'm not running doses that are going to be unsafe when you're 80 years old. Like we're continuing this on. We're doing this. We're keeping you feeling good.
And it's really interesting you said that because I think a lot of times T replacement can be associated with bodybuilding,
Right.
etc. And we're actually super kind of the opposite in a way, managing. You don't want to get it too high. There's a safe way to do it.
Absolutely. And same thing for female hormones. Testosterone is just as important for females as it is for males.
Yeah.
We need that stuff too. And a lot of times I think women don't ever think about that. So they come in and they're like, I have no idea why I can't gain muscle. I have no idea why I've got this belly fat. I've got no drive. I don't want to do anything. And you look at their T levels and they're bottomed out. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know I had testosterone. Yep, it's a
Or
thing.
needed it. You need it.
Yeah, we need that. I love doing that for people.
What else? Anything cool on the horizon in this environment that you like?
I really want to start getting you guys into peptides more. Peptides are awesome for just about everybody. And I'm really big into like doing IV vitamins and things like that too.
Yeah, I think that's going to become more and more normal. I think people are going to make that a more normal routine as far as like preventing stuff, etc.
Yeah,
so
it's really awesome.
Robin Riddle, this has been so much fun. I really appreciate you hopping on the show. And we're doing a whole media tour with her today. You're getting ready to go on the Common Sense MD. You ready?
I am. Let's do it.
The Common Sense MD is coming up next. Guys, this has been Outside the Box. This is Robin Riddle. She is the nurse practitioner in our Knoxville office located in Franklin Square, where we are today. Come by and see her. Come by and ask me a question. Talk to me. Hug me. All the things. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
Don't go away.